Hello everyone, welcome to Exam Crackers Assam. Aji amar Statistical Analysis part or second session hoy. Yat ami cover korim measures of dispersion. So my name is Binita Debroy Kundu and this is about me. Last class jitu asile amar tat ami cover korisilo measures of central tendency yare arithmetic mean, median, mode, analysis of previous year questions. Tare question number 12 jitu asile amar session or ekdom last question to tat bohutor queries ase and tat eta calculation ot eta dangor mistake hoise and I am extremely sorry for this. So ajir session to first to ami hekhini discuss korim. Yar pisot we will learn about measures of dispersion. Measures of dispersion or range, mean deviation, standard deviation aru yar logote ei topic tour logot related previous year question inspector of statistics or hekhiniu ami discuss korim. So let's start the session. Example number 12. Example number 12 what ami ki discuss korisilo. We were given some data and we were asked to calculate the model class for this corresponding data set. Yate first of all ami a marks or distribution khinik eta class interval represent korilom for our calculation purpose. Okay. So let us construct one table. The first column will be our CI. CI means class interval. So marks less than 20. So our first interval will be less than 20. Next interval so kiyat ki ase less than 40. Less than 40 to kami keneke likhibo paru from 20 to 40. Next from 40 to 60. Then 60 to 80, then 80 to 100, and the last one is 100 to 120. Yar pisot amar next kam ki hobo to calculate the frequencies. Okay, yate number of students diya ase, but this is not the frequency. Why? আমি জানো যে count data সদায় frequency হয় and this is also count data but ইয়াত এবোৰ cumulative frequency দিয়া আছে আমি কেনেকে গম পাম যে এটো frequency হয় simply ইনে cumulative frequency হয় এটো যেটো description দিয়া আছে যেনেকে চাওক ইয়াত first is less than 20 marks কিমানটা ষ্টুডেন্টে পাইছে 4 জন then less than 40 কোৱাৰ লগে লগে এই less than 40 to 20 ও included আছে তাৰ মানে এটো যেটো frequency হয় এটো 20 তলত পোৱা 40 তলত পোৱা গুটেখিনি ষ্টুডেন্টক কভাৰ কৰা হৈছে so this is the cumulative frequency okay তো question দিয়াৰ লগে লগে যেতিয়াই নাম্বাৰ দিয়া থাকিব number of student বা এনেকুৱা count data দিয়া থাকিব আপোনালোকে কনফিউজ নহব first distinguish কৰি লব যে whether it is frequency or cumulative frequency okay so ইয়াৰ cumulative frequency পৰা আমি frequency কেনেকে ওলাম For the first class interval, the frequency and cumulative frequency will be same because marks less than 20 kimane paise 4 jon student. Okay. Then see in the next class 20 to 40. Ite 20 to 40 koar loge loge a to 12 diya ase a 12 to 20 less than 20 o humai ase right. So ami jodi a 12 or pura 4 to minus কৰি দিও তেতিয়া হলে অকল 20 আৰু 40 ৰ ভিতৰত কিমান ষ্টুডেন্টে পাইছে হেতু উলাই পৰিব right so 12 minus 4 okay that is your 8 okay in the next class 40 to 60 now see less than 60 হোৱাৰ লগে লগে 25 দিয়া আছে আৰু ইয়াতে কি কি ঘুমাই আছে 40 ও ঘুমাই আছে 20 ও ঘুমাই আছে right so আমি এই simply 25 ৰ পৰা যদি 12 টক মাইনাস কৰি দিও তেতিয়া হলে 40 আৰু 60 ৰ ভিতৰত কিমান ষ্টুডেন্টছে পাইছে হেতু উলাই পৰিব okay so sorry 25 minus 12 that is your 13 similarly next class borer karone frequency khini calculate kori lobo 56 minus 25 that is your 31, then 74 minus 56, that is your 18, and for the last class interval 80 minus 74, that is my 6. Okay, এতিয়া এই frequency খিনি পোৱাৰ পিছত model class ওলোৱা, that is easy, right? আমি model class মানে কি কৈছিলো, that class for which frequency is highest, right? So here the highest frequency is 31. Okay, so our model class will be 60 to 80. So the answer is model class is 60 to 80. Okay, I hope this is clear to you all. So next topic to ami cover korim etia. So measure of dispersion. A dispersion word to te gute khini story khumai ase. Okay, dispersion mane ki, dispersion means scatteredness. It is scatteredness mane ki graphically apnaloke eta bostu observe korok. Say we have two data sets. This is my first set and this is my second set. Okay, and in these two data sets, first set or data points khini এনেকুৱাকে represent কৰা আছে. Okay, আৰু second set data points khini এনেকে represent কৰা আছে. এতিয়া চাব first set of data দুটা যিকোনো দুটা data pointer মাজৰ যিটো gap, okay, আৰু second set of data gap সেইখিনি কিমান বেছি different হয়. First set of data gap khini কম হয় comparatively second set of data. So ami ki kom je second set of data is more scattered or dispersed compared to the first set. Okay, now why measure of dispersion is important? Ami okol measure of central tendency learn kori pele proceed koribo kyo nwaro. Tar eta interesting example yate consider korisu. Say you have two series. Okay, the first series is 7, 8, 10 and 11, and the second series is 1, 5, 9, 13 and 17. Now first according to represent this data set, the simplest tool will be to find out the measure of central tendency. Simply arithmetic mean to me calculate korilo. Okay, so the mean for first data is 9 and the mean for second data is also 9. Now the question is, are they same? If the means are same, are the two data sets also same? No. See, in the first data set you have 7, 8, 10, 11, and if you plot these data points in real line, say yate 7 thakil, then 8, then olop durot 10, then 11. Aru a set of data jeti apnaloke real line represent koribo, say this is my 1 first point, next 5 to olop durot thakibo, then 9, then aru olop durot 13, then far more away is 17. Etia sauk a data pointer jitu gap points or majot and second data pointer jitu gap, both are significantly different, right? So though their means are same, but the variation in the two data set are different. So mean to occur bas measure of central tendency is not sufficient to describe the characteristics of any data set. See, here the mean of both the series is 9, but the second series is more heterogeneous. Now this word means heterogeneous means vary kora, different hoy, variation besi thoka, and etur opposite to hol homogeneous. Homogeneous means almost same, aru heterogeneous means they vary significantly. Okay, the second data set or second series is more homogeneous than the first series. Okay, jitu ami real line plot kori pelai dekha paisu je yes, it is true. Thus we see that measures of central tendency is inadequate to give us a complete idea of the distribution. Okay, so measures of central tendency solely is not enough to describe any data set. They must be supported by some other measures, namely dispersion. Now I think you have understood dispersion or measures of dispersion kyo important hoy study kora. Okay. So mainly there are 4 different measures of dispersion: range, mean deviation, standard deviation, quartile deviation. Okay, yare first 3 are very important in perspective of exam, but the fourth one is not that much important. Okay, since আমাৰ হাতত টাইম কম আছে, so exam perspective যিবোৰ important হয় সেইবোৰ টপিক আমি আগত কভাৰ কৰিব ট্ৰাই কৰিম. So let us first learn what is range. So the range is the difference between two extreme observations. Now what do you mean by extreme? In a data set, if you plot them in the real line, then ইয়াৰ এটা minimum value থাকিব and you will have some maximum value. Okay, if you take their difference, then you will get range. So range is maximum minus minimum. I think this formula is quite simple and easy to understand. Okay, and remember also. So the next point is mean deviation. To understand this, let us consider some values with some frequency. Okay, so let x1, x2, xn occurs with corresponding frequencies f1, f2, fn, where summation fi is n, capital N. Okay, এইখিনি symbols last class or pura familiar hoy apnaluke. Then mean deviation from the average A. Yat A boli kyo kowa hoise? Because this average can be mean, can be median, can be mode. Okay, so in general we have written it as capital A. So the mean deviation is given by 1 by n summation fi mod of xi minus a. Now ইয়াতে mod function টোৰ use কি হয় যে mod function যেতিয়া আমি কোনো values apply কৰো বা variable apply কৰো, then it will convert that variable whether it is positive or negative to a positive value always. Say mod of -7. So -7 or যেতিয়া আমি mod function লম, it will give you +7. Okay. আচ্ছা, ইয়াতে এটা ৰিমাৰ্ক আছে, আপোনালোকে কাইন্ডলি এটা নোট কৰি ল'ব. ইট ইজ নট ভিজিবল হিয়াৰ ক্লিয়াৰলি, চ' প্লিজ নোট ইট ডাউন. মিন ডেভিয়েশ্যন ইজ লিষ্ট ৱেন টেকেন ফ্ৰম মিডিয়ান. অ'কে, চ' দিছ ইজ ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট. কেতিয়াবা আপোনালোকৰ অবজেক্টিভ কুৱেশ্যনত এইটো অহাৰ চান্সেছ থাকে, মাল্টিপল চইচ কুৱেশ্যনত, যে মই ইয়াতে নোট বুলি লিখি দিছোঁ. মিন ডেভিয়েশ্যন is least when taken from median. Okay, this is very very important. কেতিয়াবা আপোনালোকক এনেকে দিব পাৰে যে mean deviation is least when taken from option number 1 median, option number 2 mode, option number 3 mean. Then you have to click on median. Okay, let us consider one example. তেতিয়া হলে আপোনালোকে ভালকে বুজি পাব যে how to solve this type of questions. Find the mean deviation about mean for the following data, and the data set is xi's, values of xi's are given and the corresponding values of fi's are also given. So solution. Yet first we will construct one table. So first column will be your xi, second column will be your fi. Xi 2, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, and the corresponding fi's are 2, 8, 10, 7, 8, and 5. So first let me write the formula of mean deviation about mean. Let us write it in short as MD. MD about mean is 1 over n summation I goes from 1 to small n fi mod of xi minus এটা a ঠাইত আমি কি লিখিম x bar কিয় এটা ইন জেনাৰেলাইজৰ পৰা আমি স্পেসিফিক কেছত আহি গলো because they have asked you to calculate mean deviation about mean বুলি কোৱাৰ লগে লগে a will be replaced by x bar. Okay, so to calculate this MD, what do you need first? We need x bar, right? So how to calculate? What is your x bar? X bar means 1 by capital N. This is for frequency data. Summation fi xi, I goes from 1 to small n. Okay, so we need fi xi. So fi xi means 2 into 2 4, 5 into 8 40, then 60, then 56, then 80, and the last one is 60. Now you need capital N, right? Capital N means summation fi. So if you add all these values, you will get capital N, which is your 40. And if you add all these values of this corresponding column, you will get summation fi xi, and this is 300. So your x bar will be 300 by 40, which is 7.5. Now after getting this value of x bar, it is easy to calculate mean deviation, right? First we need modulus of xi minus x bar. Okay, so first one will be mod of x1 minus x bar. What is your x1? x1 is 2. 2 minus 7.5, that is mod of minus 5.5, and what is the value? It will be 5.5 because modulus converts a positive value to a negative value to a positive value. Similarly, the second one will be 2.5, next 1.5, 0.5, 2.5, and the last one is 4.5. So the next column will be fi into mod of xi minus x bar. Okay, so first one will be f1 into mod of x1 minus x bar. So f1 is 2 and mod of x1 minus x bar is 5.5. So the value is 11. Similarly, the next one will be 20, then 15, then 3.5, then 20, and the last one is 22.5. So if you add all these values, you will get summation fi mod of xi minus x bar, which is 92. Okay, so therefore MD will be your 92 divided by 40, that is 2.3. So this is the answer. Okay, next see standard deviation. So it is the positive square root of the arithmetic mean of the squares of the deviations of the given values from their arithmetic mean. Don't get confused by this large sentence. Let us consider some values, say x1, x2, xn with corresponding frequencies f1, f2, fn. Then standard deviation to keneke denote kora hoy, it is represented as sigma. A symbol to sigma boli kowa hoy. Okay, sigma is positive square root, right? First line ote dia ase, it is the positive square root. Positive square root kihor hoy? Of the arithmetic mean. Ete arithmetic mean koar loge loge for the frequency data, arithmetic mean is 1 by capital N summation fi, right? Aru xi thait ki hobo? Yat ki koise of the squares of the deviations of the given values keta ki hoy? Xi hoy. Yar deviation, kar pora deviation? From their arithmetic mean. So xi minus x bar, etu hol apunar deviation from the arithmetic mean. deviation of the values from the arithmetic mean. Yar square lobo lagibo, right? So ultimately formula to ki hoy, positive square root of 1 by capital N summation fi xi minus x bar whole square, where x bar is the arithmetic mean of the distribution and summation fi is your capital N. Okay, so yate eta important remark ase, the square of the standard deviation is called the variance. Apnalokok in general variance calculate koribo dile, don't get confused, just calculate the standard deviation and just square the value, you will get the variance of the data. Okay, so it is given as sigma square koar loge loge yate square root of jeti ami square korim to square root or square cancel goi pele formula to hobo 1 by n summation fi xi minus x bar whole square, and from this formula only you will get this one. Okay, this is the working formula. Apnaloke jetia numerical problem solve koribo, better to use this one rather than the previous one. Etu use korile apnalokor calculations to easy hoi jay. Okay, a formula tur pora etu keneke palu, let us discuss first. So sigma square is 1 by n summation fi xi minus x bar whole square, right? So this is your 1 by capital N summation fi, it took a minus b whole square format break koridio. So this is a square plus b square minus 2 a b. Okay, so 1 over n summation ite a fi to pratek to termer logot multiply koridio, fi xi square plus fi x bar square minus 2 fi xi x bar. Okay, so 1 over n etia a summation to each termer logot add kori dio. So summation fi xi square plus summation fi x bar square minus 2i summation fi xi x bar. So this is 1 by n summation fi xi square plus, now see yet summation I goes from 1 to small n. A to যেটো term hoy, this is independent of I. So a to kami with respect to this summation we can treat it as constant. So constant to summation or bahirot loi ahu, then summation fi minus, similarly this is also summation I goes from 1 to small n. So this is also a constant with respect to this summation. So etu ko summation or bahirot loi ahu 2x bar into summation I goes from 1 to n fi into xi. Okay, so 1 over n summation fi xi square plus x bar square. Now what is your summation fi? It is capital N, right? Minus 2x bar, and this can be written as capital N into x bar. Why? See, since x bar is 1 over n summation fi xi, so just cross multiply this two. So n into x bar will be your summation fi xi, right? Etuke yat use kora hoise. So 1 over n summation fi xi square plus n into x bar square minus 2n x bar into x bar is your x bar square. So ultimately it is 1 over n summation fi xi square minus 2n x bar square plus n x bar square is your minus n x bar square. Now multiply this 1 by n with each term. So you will get summation fi xi square minus n cancel jabo. So this is your x bar square. So this is the working formula of variance. I hope আপোনালোকে বুজি পাইছে যে এটো মেইন ফৰ্মুলাৰ পৰা এটো working formula আমি কেনেকৈ আহিলো. So let us discuss one question যত আপোনালোকৰ mean variance standard deviation গুটেখিনি calculate কৰা আপোনালোকে শিকি যাব. mean to গম পাইছিলে. So we will learn variance and standard deviation কেনেকৈ calculate কৰে. Okay. See, the question is calculate the mean, variance and standard deviation of the following frequency distribution. Okay, frequency distribution to ki diya ase. First let us construct the table first. Class interval 0 to 10, then 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, then 30 to 40, and the last one is 40 to 50. And the corresponding frequencies are 5, 8, 15, 16 and 6. Okay. So first amak ki lagibo? Mean lagibo, right? So mean or karne we need capital N first. So capital N is summation fi. So if you add all these values, you will get 50. N is your 50. Okay. So yate ami formula bor likhi losu. X bar is 1 over n summation fi xi. So amar yat ki lagibo next term summation fi xi karne we need fi xi. Okay. So okay. So etia saok yate xi kor pora pam, right? Amak to class interval diya ase, single points diya nai. So our first task is to find out xi's. Okay. So let me erase this. So xi. Okay. So how to calculate or find out this xi? See, amar class interval diya ase, right? So এই যেটো first class interval আছে the corresponding x1 কি হ'ব? Any value ranging between 0 to 10. So এতিয়া value to কি হ'ব we don't know, right? So for practical purpose they generally consider the midpoint of the class interval. Here midpoint to কেনেকৈ calculate কৰিম? Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2, right? So this is your 5. So x1 is 5. Similarly 10 plus 20 divided by 2, that is your 15. Same way bakibur xis o ulai lobo. Okay, xis bur ulwar pisot our next step is to find out fi into xi to calculate the mean, right? So f1 into x1, that is 5 into 5, 25, then 8 into 15, 120, similarly 375, 560, then 270. Now if you add all these values you will get summation fi xi, which is your 1350. So now you can calculate your x bar, that is summation fi xi 1350 divided by capital N is your 50. So your x bar is 27. Okay. So after calculating x bar, what is the working formula for variance? We just discussed recently 1 over n summation fi xi square minus x bar square. Okay. So for this we need fi xi square. So our next column will be fi xi square. Okay, that means f1 x1 square. F1 is 5 into x1 means 5 then square. Okay, this is your 125. Next one is f2 x2 square, that is 8 into 15 square, right? So it is your 1800. Next value is 9375. Next one is 19600, then 12150. If you add all the values of this column, what will you get? Summation fi xi square, and the value is 43050. So now what is my sigma square? Sigma square is summation fi xi square kiman palu? 43050. Capital N is your 50 minus x bar means 27 square. Okay, so you will get it as 132. So variance to poor loge, from variance we can get the standard deviation as this, which is your sigma, and this is the positive square root of sigma square variance. So this is positive square root of 132, that is your 11.49 is the correct answer. I hope this question is also clear to you all. এইটো আমাৰ আজিৰ সেশনৰ একদম লাষ্ট question হয়, যেটো আপোনালোকৰ ইনস্পেক্টৰ অফ ষ্টেটিষ্টিক্স 2022 ত আহিছিলে. So the question is, mean of 100 observation is 50 and the standard deviation is 10. If 5 is added to each observation, the new standard deviation will be what? Etok apnaloke logically you can solve this question. Yat ki diya ase? Mean of 100 observation, that means x bar is 50 and your standard deviation sigma is 10. Okay. Next ki koise, if you add 5 to each observation. Yat ami eta example or hoite bhalke bujilo. Say we have, say n is my 3, not 100. Okay, we have 3 observation only, and they are 5, 10 and 15. Okay, and say their standard deviation is 10. Say now if you add 5 to each observation, 10 plus 5, 15 plus 5, so the new set of data will become 10, 15 and 20. Now what happens to sigma, right? The question is, what is sigma? If you plot the 3 values in the real line, say this is your 5, this is 10, this is 15. Each one is at 5 distance from each other. And second set of data also you plot 10, then 15, then 20. Now see, what is the spread of the first data? Each one is a distance of 5, right? The second one is also same. So what does that mean? Variation remains same, right, in the two data set if you add a constant to each observation. Yat each observation koar karone variation to same thakile, that is sigma is also 10 in this question. The answer is 10. But yat jodi each observation nokoi only to one observation or only to 2 observation jodi kole hoy, in that case sigma change hoi gol hoy. Okay, yate jihetu for each observation you have added a same constant. Okay, suppose apunaloke first observation of 5 add korile, in the second observation you add 3. In that case sigma changes, but yate same constant is added to each observation, that's why sigma remains the same. So in this question the answer is 10. You don't need any type of calculation. Okay, so thank you for watching Exam Crackers. Apnalokor jodi any queries thake tetia hole you can write it to us, or apnaloke comment section ot likhibo pare. We will try to discuss those queries in the next session. Thank you so much.